Hello, everyone. I'm ZHAO Chuang. Today, let's color the Dunkleosteus. When coloring, we will make it a bit more complex. We have to address three things, the first being the local color of the Dunkleosteus. The so-called local color is the color we know the animal to be. Based on its close relatives, the Dunkleosteus belly was silver-gray, while its dorsal side was red. But Dunkleosteus was much larger than its close relatives, so its body color might not be red. Those relatives with red color were probably animals that lived in corals or close to the sea bottom, so that they could disguise themselves as sand. Larger animals like the Dunkleosteus probably didn't need this. So we can make it look more like a shark, a tiger shark. Often, large fish may have sparkling parts on their body, which makes the surface look red. So the second thing we need to address is to put changing colors on its body. Generally, the color changes between green and purple. You can observe from this angle that the body surface was greenish under the light, and purplish without light. We can slightly show this feature. Besides, let's talk about the most difficult part. Since the Dunkleosteus in the line draft swims upward, you can see that its belly has a turning point here. If we want to show this, we have to consider the light and shadows. We are going to use a relatively dark color for its belly. Therefore, when coloring, pay attention to the color difference between the bright and dark parts. When the sun shines, the sunlit area is different in color from the shady area. Now, let's color the Dunkleosteus. We'll begin with its back by using a slightly dark color. Before coloring, we need to outline the dorsal area first. Note that this time we'll leave an area as the highlight, such as this one. Then the plates below can be fully colored directly like this. We color them one by one. Color from the inside, and leave a white circle along the edge. For the mouth, we can ignore the teeth area, because it was relatively soft, and wouldn't reflect too much light. But for the top of the head, try to leave a white edge, and do the same for this side along the bottom. Now let's color its trunk. The trunk we've selected is an area this big. The lower part of the belly should be dealt with as white. Then, we color its dorsal fin. And also leave a white edge. The same goes for the area of the caudal fin that faces forward. The color boundary of the lower tail should be here. The entire lower lobe and the rear of the tail can be fully colored directly. Next, let's move to the fins. We only color the outside of the fins. Since this fin is in the shadow, we can color it all over. The same goes for the anal fin and the two pectoral fins. Just fill them up like this. Then, we are going to color the shaded area of its belly light gray. First, color the entire throat. Then leave a white edge under the fin and fill it in. Then comes the belly area, which started from the thorax armor. From this part to the top of the fins as well as the other side, the belly. We color them light gray to create an effect of light shining down with its entire belly in the shadow. Next, we will use the gray color we applied on the back just now to enhance the layers of the parts in the shadow. For example, in the belly armor, we need to draw corners at those places where the lines intersect. Moreover, in the belly area, we can draw a relatively dark area or a line, a dark boundary like this, to slightly create a metallic luster to the belly. We left many white areas just now. All we have to do now is to give them a changeable metallic look. Dab some purple to the right side of the white, and don't overdo it. Add a little bit of gold to the left, and then some green to make it look colorful, going from yellow to green, to purple. Then use light yellow to color the teeth of Dunkleosteus. For the parts with a ridge, we only color the right side. Take this tooth for example. Since its surface is curved, we should highlight the top part. For the tooth inside that's in the shadows, we can color its interior light brown. Then we use rose to color its oral cavity. Pay attention when coloring, leave an area at the corners of its mouth first. and then color the other parts directly. Finally, we can use pink to color the exterior of the mouth, the skin at the corners of the mouth, as well as its gills and the above muscles. Good, like this, we've finished coloring this Dunkleosteus.